Okay, let's truly unpack this. Have you ever found yourself just, gazing at a beautiful rug, maybe one with these incredible patterns and really rich colors,
Hmm.
and just wondered what are the stories sort of woven into its fibers? We often see them as, well, decorative, right?
Mm.
How they change a room, add warmth, texture, maybe a pop of color.
Sure, they definitely do that.
But as we're about to find out today in this deep dive, these things aren't just floor coverings, not at
Mhm.
all. They're really profound artistic expressions. They're just steeped in centuries of history, cultural exchange, and frankly, meticulous craftsmanship.
Absolutely.
So today, we're taking a bit of a shortcut, really, to becoming really well informed about something quite fascinating, the world of Persian and Oriental carpets. And we've got a special focus on one very particular, highly sought after style,
Mm.
one that carries a history, well, as rich and complex as its designs.
Right.
Our mission is to go way beyond just how they look, to really get the significance culturally, historically, even economically.
And what's really interesting here, I think, is how our sources give us this sort of dual lens. It's
Yeah.
quite unique. On one hand, we get this uh, intimate look, right? Ground level.
Mm.
A specialized family business right here in Victoria, BC,
Okay.
a place where that tradition meets, modern service. But we also get to zoom out, way out, to understand the bigger picture, the global history, the unique characteristics of a specific type of rug they specialize in, the Ziegler, often called Chobi too.
Ziegler, Chobi.
Yeah. It perfectly illustrates how a local passion, this deep expertise, can connect so directly, so meaningfully to this huge international legacy of art and trade.
Absolutely. So our mission today is to really pull back the layers
Yeah.
carefully. We want to help you understand not just the intricate artistry, the historical threads that define these incredible pieces, but also the practical side, ownership, care, maybe even investment. By the end of this deep dive, you'll not only appreciate the visual beauty, but you'll really get the why they have this enduring value, the surprising versatility, and why they appeal across so many different cultures and design styles.
Yeah, the reach is amazing.
We're going to shine a light on those aha moments. What really makes these carpets special, the incredible processes behind them, and exactly why they've captured imaginations, adorned palaces and graced homes for, well, centuries.
Right. So, to kind of anchor our exploration, make this ancient art form feel, tangible, accessible.
Hmm.
Let's start with a specific business, one that really embodies this world of beautiful textiles and the passion behind it all.
Okay.
We're talking about Babak's Oriental Carpets.
Hmm.
It's located right at 919 Fort Street in Victoria, British Columbia, here in Canada. And this isn't just like another shop. It's really a living testament to a family legacy, deeply woven into the carpet business itself, spanning generations, continents even. It really is. The story of Babak's Oriental Carpets, it properly begins with Dr. Hushang Razwani. Now, this is someone who has meticulously built this incredibly honorable reputation in the carpet business over, get this, 35 years.
Wow, 35 years.
Yeah, primarily built up in Graz, Austria. Just think about that for a second.
Mhm.
3.5 decades dedicated not just to buying and selling, no, but to intimately understanding, carefully sourcing, expertly valuing these incredible works of art.
Right, that's deep knowledge.
Exactly. His expertise was honed, a European center known for culture, for appreciating fine craftsmanship.
Mm.
This wasn't just commerce for him. It was an innate, deeply ingrained expertise, real connoisseurship.
Hmm.
And Dr. Rizwani then brought that profound world-class knowledge, that invaluable experience, across the Atlantic to Canada. He set up a presence that now provides this exclusive selection of the finest Persian and Oriental carpets to, discerning homes and businesses across both Victoria and Vancouver.
So that foundation is key. It's deep, international.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It establishes a heritage that's incredibly deep in knowledge and truly international in scope,
Hmm.
bringing this curated world-class selection right to your doorstep, essentially.
And it's clear that legacy isn't just sitting there, right? It's thriving, evolving. His son, Babak Rezwani, he's at the helm now, the current store owner, operator of the Victoria showroom.
Mm-hmm.
Our sources, they paint this picture of someone who's literally been immersed in carpets his whole life, growing up surrounded by them, absorbing the knowledge, the passion, almost by osmosis, you could say.
Like it's in the blood.
Exactly. It's not just a career path, it's practically in his DNA. We learn he's dedicated his life to really studying Oriental carpets systematically, and the result, he possesses this truly vast, comprehensive knowledge of most carpets from around the globe. Now, while his expertise is global, he naturally specializes in Persian carpets, which, for many, are the absolute pinnacle of the art form. This kind of inherited, deeply cultivated expertise passed down, then rigorously pursued through personal study that's just invaluable, especially when you think that many of these pieces aren't just decor, they can be significant, tangible investments.
And that deep expertise at Babak's, it feeds directly into the services they offer, which are really comprehensive, designed to give immense customer value, holistic support. It goes way beyond just buying a carpet.
Right. It's more than a transaction.
Totally. It's about nurturing this whole ecosystem of care for something that can genuinely become a cherished heirloom, something that appreciates in value and sentiment over generations. So beyond just helping you acquire one, they offer worldwide shipping.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, making sure these pieces find their perfect homes anywhere. Crucially, they also provide specialized carpet repair and cleaning services, and that is absolutely vital for ensuring longevity, preserving the beauty, maintaining the investment value.
Need to look after them.
Exactly. Unlike so much modern stuff designed to be thrown away, a well-made, hand-knotted rug is meant to last for generations. But proper expert care, that's the cornerstone.
Yeah.
Without it, even the best piece can lose its luster, its value.
Makes total sense. And their commitment, it goes even further, doesn't it? They seem to anticipate pretty much every need a rug owner might have. They offer professional appraisal services vital for understanding the real market value.
Absolutely essential.
Yeah, whether you need it for insurance, maybe you're thinking of it as an asset in your portfolio, or even if you're considering selling it down the line. And there's this unique trade-in and purchasing counter, which speaks to the sort of dynamic nature of collecting, right? Lets people upgrade, refresh their collection, or pass pieces on as tastes change.
That's quite unique.
It is. And for those who want to really understand what they're buying, they provide detailed information sheets on all carpets. Total transparency, empowering you with knowledge. Plus, convenient stuff like free delivery service, though, always smart to check specifics on areas and restrictions. And this is great trials at no obligation. Lets you actually see how a rug works in your space before committing.
That's a big deal.
Huge. So if you were thinking about investing in a piece like this, or even if you have one already and need expert care, this company offers this complete reassuring support system. It's not just a sale. It's about preserving this beautiful living art form, making sure you're informed, confident, comfortable, backed by, well, exceptionally knowledgeable and professional staff.
And it's that dedication to sharing knowledge, that genuine passion, that really elevates the whole experience at Babak's. Bagraswani's eagerness, to share deep insights on everything from the history of specific designs to the tiny nuances of hand-knotting techniques, the long-term investment value, the markers of quality. It transforms what could be just a retail thing into like an educational journey.
He's not just selling, he's teaching.
Exactly. He's a passionate educator and expert guide. And this brings up a really important question for you, the listener. When you're looking at a hand-knotted carpet, what should you look for? Beyond just, oh, that's pretty. How can someone like Babak help guide you through the complexities? What makes a carpet not just beautiful, but special, authentic, a worthwhile, lasting investment?
Yeah. What are those signs?
Well, the answer often lies in understanding those subtle but really significant details of how it was made in its history.
Okay, and for anyone listening who wants to connect with this resource, tap into that expertise, the details are pretty straightforward. Babak's Oriental Carpets is at 919 Fort Street, Victoria, BC, Canada.
Right.
Phone number is 250-480-7114. Email is babaksorientalcarpets@gmail.com. They even have a text option, 250-881-0207.
Convenient.
Very. And hours are Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sunday, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's just undeniably clear this is a business built on real passion, deep inherited expertise, and a focus on accessibility and service. And speaking of deep expertise, our sources next pivot to a really fascinating specific story. The type of rug Babak specializes in the Ziegler and Chobi. Remarkable things, really unique origins, enduring appeal. Now, here's where the story, this deep dive, it really starts to unfold with this captivating origin tale. These Ziegler and Chobi rugs, they're not just beautiful to look at, they embody this fascinating piece of history, a perfect example of like cultural fusion meeting smart business innovation.
That's a great way to put it.
They really stand as this remarkable testament to how traditional craftsmanship can and does evolve brilliantly to meet, even anticipate global tastes and market demands.
You've really hit on a key point there, the origins of Ziegler rugs. They're quite surprising, actually. And they explain exactly why they have this unique character, what sets them apart from other Persian or Oriental carpets. We're talking 1883.
Okay, going back a bit.
Yeah. Ziegler and Co., a big trading company from Manchester, England. They did something unprecedented. They set up a Persian carpet manufacturing operation in Iraq, which was widely known as Sultanabad back then, right in the heart of Iran.
An English company making Persian rugs in Iran.
Exactly. And it wasn't just, let's set up a factory. No, this was highly sophisticated, forward-thinking, meticulously engineered to cater to this growing Western market and to make sure the rugs would really resonate in Europe and America. They did something innovative. They hired designers,
Ah.
but not just any designers. They brought them in from major, influential Western department stores. Think B. Altman and Co. in New York, Liberty of London, big names.
Wow. Okay.
And these designers weren't there to just copy existing traditional Persian designs, which were often very intricate and very busy. Their job was to thoughtfully modify, to adapt those more fanciful, complex 16th and 17th century Eastern patterns, reinterpreting them for the, comparatively more restrained, sometimes more minimalist Western tastes of the late 19th century.
So they were kind of translating the aesthetic.
Precisely. Imagine taking, say, a traditional Persian garden rug, just teeming with vibrant symbolic motifs and distilling that energy. A Ziegler designer might grab one bold floral element, simplify its form, maybe blow it up into an all-over pattern, and crucially, mute the colors. Soften that once vibrant palette to fit seamlessly into the more elegant, understated interiors common in Western homes then.
So if I'm getting this right, it was a deliberate move, almost strategic, culturally sensitive even. Creating a bridge, a specific product designed for Western demand, not just hoping traditional designs would catch on.
Spot on.
They actively made something uniquely appealing to Western eyes, but still using that incredible, unparalleled Persian skill and weaving know-how. Wow, that's pretty sophisticated for the late 1800s.
It really was. And their meticulousness went way beyond just design. Ziegler and Co. were pioneers in production too, especially their dyeing techniques. Highly developed, so revolutionary apparently, and yielded such superior, consistent results, they actually tried unsuccessfully to copyright them.
No kidding. Copyright the dye process.
Yeah, shows their innovative spirit, right?
Yeah.
Their pursuit of quality. And they didn't skimp on craftsmanship either. They actively hired the absolute best, most skilled artisans from the region, ensuring that even with the Western design tweaks, the fundamental weaving quality remained top-notch, embodying that centuries-old Persian tradition.
So the quality was still there.
Absolutely. The resulting rugs were distinct, bold patterns, often all over, but crucially, with softer, more harmonious palettes compared to the often brilliantly vibrant traditional Persian rugs. This wasn't mass production or just a surface change. It was sophisticated, intentional, bridging two very different aesthetic sensibilities. Ziegler and Co. really understood what the Western market wanted while leveraging the unmatched skill and heritage of Persian artisans. A true symbiosis.
That's a great point, bridging those worlds, creating something new yet rooted. So with this focus on color and adaptation, what about Chobi? You mentioned that's often used interchangeably with Ziegler. The name itself seems like a clue about their look.
It absolutely is. Very illuminating. The word Chobi in Farsi, the language in Iran and Afghanistan, the heartland of these rugs, literally means something with a color like wood. The root word Chob means wood or lumber.
Ah, okay. Like wood tones.
Exactly. It gives you this direct, intuitive sense of how they look. The vast majority of Chobi rugs, modern or vintage, they do have this predominant light brownish, earthy, natural coloration. Now, specific patterns can differ hugely: geometric, floral, open field. But it's that subtle, muted, natural, organic color, usually from natural dyes, that earns them that name.
That explains the calm feel they often have.
Right. This unique, serene palette is a big reason for their enduring high demand and their beautiful, understated look. It lets them blend seamlessly into so many different interior styles.
And the fact they caught on so fast really underlines how successful that whole adaptation was. Speaks volumes about Ziegler and Co.'s vision.
Oh yeah, these rugs didn't just slowly find an audience. They developed an almost immediate fervent following, especially among those new Western industrialists, the growing middle class.
The new money, perhaps?
Kind of, yeah. This demographic wanted elegance, refinement, something that felt exotic, culturally rich, but also accessible, fitting into their grand new estates. And our sources give a fantastic concrete example. The Guinness family.
The beer family.
Very same. Owners of the Stout Beer Brewery. They were among the earliest, most prominent collectors. They laid these rugs in their huge estate, Elveden Hall, in Suffolk, England.
Wow, imagine that.
Right. Walking into this grand estate, symbol of industrial success, aristocratic taste, and seeing these magnificent rugs, they represented this unique blend, Eastern artistry, Western refinement, created this atmosphere of sophisticated global style.
So they hit a nerve immediately.
Instantly. This historical detail shows it vividly, that unique mixed traditional craft, tailored Western aesthetic that's truly the hallmark, sets them apart, ensures their enduring appeal.
Okay, so if you, our listener, were walking into a showroom today or maybe browsing online, how would you spot a Ziegler? What are those signature looks, the defining traits that make them so distinct and, well, so sought after? It's not just origins now, it's the immediate visual hit.
Crucial question. Absolutely. For anyone wanting to appreciate or maybe buy one.
Yeah.
Ziegler rugs, they're known for this highly distinctive style. Fundamentally, it's characterized by soft, often deliberately muted colors, combined with subtle, elegant, harmonious patterns.
So not shouting for attention.
Exactly.
Mm.
Unlike some traditional Persians that really announce themselves, Ziegler rugs usually aim for a more serene, harmonious feel, designed to complement, not overpower, a room. They often feature a central medallion classic Persian motif, or maybe a beautifully repeated, all-over pattern that flows across the surface.
Mm-hmm.
These patterns typically use intricate florals, delicate vines, sometimes refined geometric shapes, all meticulously balanced for this overall sense of understated sophistication, calm elegance, the first impression, serene beauty, a sophisticated foundation.
And those colors you mentioned, they're really key, aren't they? Not just soft, but they seem to have this natural depth and organic quality. Calming, timeless. Not the bright jewel tones we sometimes associate with Persian rugs.
Precisely. The unique character is fundamentally tied to the color. Authentic Ziegler rugs traditionally use vegetable-based dyes. This isn't just style, it's fundamental to how they're made. It gives them those distinctive, soft, warm, natural hues.
Right, back to the Chobi meaning.
Exactly. Chob, meaning wood, it directly references this natural muted palette, inspired by the subtle variations in wood in nature itself. Grounding, timeless. And these rugs are always hand-knotted. Incredibly labor-intensive, skilled work. Can take months, even years for big ones.
Wow.
And it's the meticulous use of these natural vegetable dyes during that handcrafting that gives them their characteristic soft, subtle colors. Colors that also age beautifully, developing this rich patina over time. So it's not just a color choice, it's this profound process, rooted in tradition, natural elements, makes each rug unique, telling its story through its fibers.
Okay, so it's not just about looking good, it's about lasting. What specifically makes them so durable, something that can really become an heirloom passed down? Because if you're investing, you want it to stand up to life, right?
Yeah.
Still look beautiful.
Absolutely. Durability, longevity, non-negotiable hallmarks of authentic Zieglers.
Yeah.
The weavers use several key things. First, high-grade, naturally resilient wool, often from sheep and higher altitude, stronger, more lustrous fiber.
Okay.
Rich in lanolin, that natural oil, gives it protection, makes it naturally resist dirt. Wear at, goer. Second, crucially, incredibly fine and dense knotting techniques. These aren't just decorative knots, they're structural, central to the rug's durability.
So the knots themselves make it strong.
Exactly. Imagine thousands, hundreds of thousands of individual knots tied by hand, packed tightly together. Creates this dense, robust fabric. Luxurious to touch, yes, but also incredibly resistant to crushing, shedding, general wear. They're built to last generations, becoming cherished pieces, gaining character. Their knots per square inch KPSI varies, but typically, quality Zieglers have medium to high density, maybe 80 KPSI up to 150 KPSI, even higher for really fine ones.
KPSI, that sounds important, a term listeners might see. So why exactly is KPSI important? How does it connect to that investment value Babak Rizwani mentioned? What does KPSI really tell you about a rug?
Excellent question.
Absolutely correct.
It's a fundamental quality indicator for hand-knotted rugs.
Huh.
KPSI, number of individual knots tied in 1 square inch. Think of it like screen resolution.
Hmm.
More pixels, clearer picture.
Ah, okay. Higher density.
Right. Higher KPSI generally means a finer, more intricately woven rug. More knots per inch allow for greater detail, sharper lines, more precise patterns. You can get breathtakingly complex designs. But beyond looks, higher density means more material that high-grade wool is packed into a smaller space.
Makes sense. Denser, stronger.
Inherently denser, more robust, profoundly more durable. Directly translates to better longevity, exceptional resistance to foot traffic, which of course boosts its investment value. A higher KPSI rug also takes way more time and skill to weave, sometimes months, even years, for experienced artisans on one large piece.
So more labor, more skill equals more value.
Exactly. That intensive labor, higher skill requirement intrinsically adds to its status as true art. So when Bobak talks investment value, KPSI is one of the most tangible metrics supporting that. These rugs aren't just decorative. They're engineered, painstakingly built to endure, a testament to the immense skill, patience, time in every single knot. But the journey, well, it didn't stay just in Iran. That's another fascinating chapter.
Okay, so it's clear these Zieglers, with their unique look and quality, really struck a chord, and that popularity hasn't faded. But, the world changes constantly. Supply chains shift, geopolitics, production centers move. So what happened next in the Ziegler story? How did these Persian-inspired pieces keep going, adapting, while holding on to their identity?
That's where the story takes a big turn, but ultimately a kind of empowering one. Shows the remarkable resilience, the adaptability of this art form. Ziegler popularity did continue to soar in the West through much of the 20th century. But, as many might know, due to periods of significant political unrest, internal changes, and then international economic sanctions in Iran.
Right, things got complicated.
Very. The original large-scale production in Iraq's Sultanabad eventually stopped, a major disruption. But here's the powerful part. The global demand for these beautiful, versatile rugs, it didn't just vanish. It was too strong, too ingrained in Western style.
So the demand was still there.
Absolutely. And that demand led to this fascinating, crucial relocation of production. Skilled artisans, sometimes displaced, found new homes, new opportunities for their craft elsewhere, most notably in neighboring Afghanistan and Pakistan.
Ah, so the skills moved.
Exactly. And what's truly remarkable, a real testament to the power of traditional craft, is that the highly skilled weavers in these new places continue to create these beautiful rugs, faithfully sticking to traditional techniques, maintaining the same high quality, preserving that distinctive look that made them famous.
Wow, that's amazing continuity.
It is. This migration of craftsmanship is a powerful example of how global events can influence specialized art forms, but also, crucially, how invaluable traditional skills find new homes and keep thriving across borders, carried forward by the hands and expertise of dedicated artisans.
That's a really profound point. Not just adaptation, but continuation of culture, skill in new places. So it sounds like it's not just about preserving the past, but also evolving smartly for today's tastes, responding to a complex globalized world. They kept their essence, their soul, but adapted their form.
Precisely. Contemporary Ziegler rugs are powerful proof of this evolution.
Yeah.
They consistently keep that same incredibly high-quality, meticulous craftsmanship, durable construction their predecessors were known for. Yet they also cleverly incorporate modern design elements, contemporary color palettes, keeps them relevant, appealing,
So they fit into modern homes, too.
effortlessly. The result is this incredibly versatile rug. Complements traditional, classic interiors and sleek, modern, or minimalist spaces with equal grace. That versatility makes them highly sought after by discerning interior designers, homeowners alike. They've transcended their history to become this timeless staple.
Mm-hmm.
Our sources even highlight a fascinating recent trend showing this adaptability perfectly. While the classic, neutral, earthy Chobi Ziegler tones are still timelessly popular.
Right, the wood look.
Exactly. There's been a noticeable trend towards contemporary Zieglers, handcrafted in traditional patterns, but using bright, striking color combinations. Imagine, say, a Ziegler with a calm gray field, but punctuated by strong, vibrant purple motifs.
Oh, interesting contrast.
Or maybe deep blue with flashes of emerald green. This willingness to innovate within that traditional framework is absolutely key to their enduring appeal. Explains why they stay relevant, desirable, visually captivating in such diverse design schemes today. It's a living, breathing, evolving art form, adapting with the times, but never losing its identity.
Okay, let's unpack this even further. Go beyond the broad strokes, get into the real nuances that distinguish these remarkable rugs. Our sources give us some specific expert insights, things that really help appreciate the intricate craft, the profound uniqueness. It's about those subtle details, right? The ones that mark true handmaking.
Indeed. And these deeper insights, absolutely vital for any connoisseur, any prospective buyer wanting to go beyond just surface appreciation. One of the most beautiful, character-defining aspects of Ziegler's is tied right back to their dyeing. That traditional use of vegetable dye is responsible for the soft, subtle, natural colors. It also leads to inherent natural variations in the shades,
Hmm.
even within the same dye lot sometimes.
Variations, like mistakes.
No, no, not at all. Quite the opposite, actually. These subtle organic variations are considered highly desirable. They add immense character, depth, this unique living quality. Makes each piece truly one of a kind. You can literally see the hand of the artisan, the natural process in these subtle color shifts.
Ah, okay. It's part of the charm.
Exactly. Plus, worth noting, the traditional process for these vegetable dyes. It's inherently eco-friendly. Natural materials, not harsh chemicals, as another layer of appeal for eco-conscious consumers wanting sustainability along with beauty and history. So fundamentally, it's not a flaw. It's a signature of authenticity, a subtle testament to the natural materials, the traditional methods, telling a unique story through color.
That's a fascinating distinction, variation as quality. And here's where it gets really interesting. There is a specific technical term for these subtle color variations you might see, right? Something that truly marks a handmade rug, seen as a sign of authenticity.
Yes, and it's a term any serious collector, or even just an appreciator, should definitely know. Speaks volumes about the rug's origins.
A brash.
ABRAC.
A brash, okay.
Due to the very nature of natural vegetable dyes, slight differences in how batches absorb color, and the inherently human element in hand weaving, Ziegler rugs very often display this abrash effect. This term refers to the subtle, almost painterly variations in color and tone across the rug's surface. Looks like gentle horizontal stripes or bands of slightly different hues.
Like subtle lines of color change.
Exactly. Abrash is a natural, expected result of hand weaving and organic dyes. Slight differences in dye baths, how the wool absorbs, even tiny changes in the weaver's tension can create these beautiful nuanced shifts. Far from a defect, it's universally considered a highly prized mark of authenticity and character.
So it proves it's handmade.
It's the clearest visual signal. Shows it's genuinely handcrafted, not mass-produced with machine uniformity, where colors would be perfectly even. It's the artisan signature, a living texture, adds incredible dynamic depth.
Okay, so understanding subtle cues like a brash is crucial. But what does this all mean practically? When you're trying to identify, maybe buy one. Our sources say Ziegler rugs, despite their distinct identity, go by a few different names, which, for someone new, could definitely be confusing. How do we navigate that?
Very practical point, important one. And yeah, it can be confusing. Various terms get used interchangeably, mostly due to their widespread popularity, their adaptation across different traditions, their varied production locations over time. Let's break down the common ones you might hear. First, Chobi. We've covered this well. From Persian Chob wood timber, refers specifically to those natural vegetable dyes giving the soft, muted, earthy, wood-like colors. It's a direct descriptor of their aesthetic heart.
Got it. Chobi wood colors.
Then you'll often hear Peshawar rugs. This name comes because a huge chunk of contemporary Ziegler-style rugs are made in the Peshawar region of Pakistan.
Ah, location-based.
Right. These Peshawar rugs typically share a strikingly similar design look, knotting style, and that familiar muted palette, so the names often get swapped in the market. Another term, going right back to origins, Sultanabad, direct homage to the town, Sultanabad, now called Arak in Iran, where Ziegler and Co. started it all in the late 19th century. So Sultanabad references the birthplace, the foundational design idea.
History in the name.
You might also see Chobi ring, beautiful combo. Chobi for the dyes, rang means color in Persian. Elegantly highlights those beautiful, soft, naturally derived hues that are such a signature. Emphasizes the result of the dyeing.
Okay, makes sense.
Finally, Mahal, another specific type of Persian rug, shares strong similarities with Ziegler's in overall design and color palette. Because they look so similar aesthetically, the terms Ziegler and Mahal are sometimes, though not always accurately, used interchangeably.
So Mahal's like a close cousin, sometimes confused.
Kinda, yeah. There are technical differences a real expert would know, but visually they can overlap significantly for the average eye.
Wow, okay. That's a lot of names for what feels like one evolving style. Sounds like you really need to be, well, discerning as a buyer.
You've hit the critical point. It does raise the question, why so many names? Speaks to the popularity, the deep history, the successful adaptation across regions and markets for over a century, historical nuances of production, trade routes. But, and this is absolutely crucial advice for you, the listener, these terms might not always be used with perfect consistency or accuracy, especially in less specialized shops.
So don't just rely on the label.
Exactly. The essential guidance. Look beyond the name. Examine the rug's overall quality. with a discerning eye. Pay close attention to the design intricacy, the quality and type of materials. Look for high-grade wool, signs of vegetable dyes. Check the craftsmanship. Look for those hand-knotted details, maybe even that beautiful brash.
Trust your eyes. Feel the quality.
Precisely. Relying solely on a name can mislead. The true value, authenticity, enduring beauty of a Ziegler or Chobi, it lies in the tangible, undeniable details of its creation, the history literally woven into it. This is critical if you're looking to acquire one. The name's a start, but the real appreciation journey begins with the details. Hashtag tag tag outro.
We've really journeyed deep today, haven't we? Started with a local family business in Victoria, this hub of multi-generational expertise. Then traveled through, wow, over a century of history, design evolution, appreciated the painstaking craft defining Ziegler and Chobi rugs. It's truly amazing how much story, how much culture, art, even economic history can be woven into a single object, something often just lying on our floor, quietly part of our lives.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's abundantly clear Ziegler rugs have come an incredible distance. Their remarkable journey from original Persian inspiration, that clever adaptation for Western taste, to their vibrant continuation today, crafted in different countries. It's a profound testament to the enduring skill, the cultural adaptability, the relentless dedication of the weavers. Their timeless elegance, exceptional heirloom quality, surprising versatility, they continue to captivate designers, collectors, homeowners alike. They are so much more than just floor coverings. They're living art, tangible history, enduring investments, telling a global story in every fiber.
So next time you see a beautiful rug, maybe a classic Ziegler, a vibrant Chobi, any magnificent hand-knotted piece, just pause, take a moment. Consider the deep layers of history in its threads. Imagine the dedicated, skilled hands crafting every single knot. Reflect on the incredible journey it took, often across continents, through generations to get there.
Yeah.
It's truly more than just a floor covering. It's a profound piece of art, a tangible fragment of history, and maybe a cherished living addition to a home or a collection. One that can keep telling its remarkable story for generations more. What story will your space start to tell with such an exquisite piece?